Hey gang, your pal T Clearinghouse here, and we are going to be going for the Virus Master achievement in Plague Inc. Evolved. This requires us to beat the Virus Plague type on the Mega Brutal difficulty. So let's go ahead and get started. Virus? The symptoms, or rather the genes I like to choose are ATP Boost, Genetic Mimic, Aquasite, Extremophile, Symptostatus. So let's go ahead and hit continue. Mega Brutal, the hardest difficulty. We'll call this particular disease Jackson 4. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to choose China as our place to start our infection. With 1.4 billion people, it is a very good spot to target. It has both air and water ports, so we can infect all of those different types of countries. Go ahead and get started. Look at transmission. We're going to target water 1. We'll speed it along. We need to get enough for water 2 now. We need 16 for that. Anything that mutates at this point is okay, don't worry about it. The water 1 and water 2, we're good to go. Next thing we're going to target is insect 1. Need 11 points for that. Good, got a couple of mutations going so far. So far so good. There we go. Insect 1. Festival of Love. Okay, so at this point you can see we've got several countries infected. I usually like to start with hitting my symptoms, but I think what I'm going to do at this point is hit bird 1 and bird 2. What this will let us do is infect a lot of those landlocked countries and infect them quickly, so we don't have to worry about some of them being caught later on and then trying to infect them later when we need to get everybody infected very quickly. So we'll try and get them targeted first. As long as we're still not noticed, that's a good thing. Once the plague or the virus rather starts getting noticed, the cure is going to start, and then you're really pressed for time. So, and of course, as soon as I say that, there you go, that we've been recognized. So let's go ahead and go to bird 2. You can see we've got several symptoms already mutated. So we'll start targeting some of these other ones here. Let's go with nausea, vomiting, coughing, rash, pneumonia, and we're at a DNA point. So that's a good start. Hypersensitivity mutated. Usually you don't have to get a lot of symptoms. They pretty much migrate or mutate on their own, rather. So we'll look at abilities now. Try and hit some of these other countries. So we'll go with cold resistance 1, heat resistance 1, and drug resistance 1 once we have enough points. That'll help us once we get into the country. It'll help us spread quickly. You can see China, 100% infection. Anything that mutates, go ahead and leave it. Good. There, so now we have enough for drug resistance 1. So a lot of mutations going on now. So we really don't need to worry too much about those. We're going to just work on our abilities at this point. We're going to target drug resistance 2 and environmental hardening next. I have found in this difficulty the hardest places to infect will be New Zealand here, New Guinea, which we just got, Madagascar, and Greenland. Good. So we've got, at this point, quite a few symptoms going. A lot of vectors for transmission. So let's go ahead and target the last two things here. Drug resistance 2, environmental hardening, and then we will target genetic hardenings. See if we can get that cure percentage slowed down. Okay, we've got enough for environmental hardening. So we'll hit that. And we'll target the genetic hardenings next. Good. There we go. So we've got Iceland. We've got New Guinea. What about New Zealand? Got New Zealand? Good. So at this point, 4 places on the planet left to be infected. The Caribbean, Greenland, Spain, and Morocco. Spain and Morocco are not islands, so we'll be able to get them fairly easy. The Caribbean and Greenland are islands, so we need to make sure that we still have ship transport into those 2 places available. So we want to make sure that we don't touch our symptoms at this point. We don't want to raise that lethality any higher until we need to. Once you raise the lethality, it makes these places shut their borders down. So we need to target those last 2. There's Spain. There's Greenland. Good. So now the last major one we're looking for is the Caribbean. As long as they don't close their borders, we should be good. And we've just got them. Perfect. So now every country on the planet is infected. That is very good. The main problem you'll find with this particular difficulty is a lot of the islands are hard to infect just because once you raise the severity and the lethality, they tend to close their borders down, and once the borders are closed, you just have no vectors of transmission into there. So you can see a lot of our symptoms are mutating. We want to focus on our infectivity and lethality at this point. So let's start bumping our infectivity up. Skin lesions. There we go. So you should start seeing all of these countries, boom, exploding. And the next thing we want to target is our lethality. Once you get the lethality up, you start killing people off, the cure percentage drops, and it'll stop. So, good. Alright, so now let's start targeting our lethality. We need 34 for dysentery, so there we go. Of course, now it's 35. There we go. Boom. Start working on our lethality. No healthy people left in the world. Good. So we'll target total organ failure next. 42 points for that. Even though we're very close to a cure, I think we can do this. There we go. Total organ failure, and then we can target a genetic reshuffle. Perfect. And we are going to win. All that's left to do now is just wait. $3 million people, 2 million, 1.6. Jackson 4 to destroy humanity. There you have it. Jackson 4 has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Virus Master achievement. We've got it. You can see 4 out of 5 on the infectivity scale. So there you have it. Virus Master achievement in Plague Inc. Thank you for watching.
proceed.